Introducing the revolutionary reputation management system by TW3, your one-stop solution to enhance your business's online presence and reputation. Are you ready to take control of your online reputation? Look no further because TW3 has you covered. Our powerful software is designed to acquire, capture, and publish the authentic reviews of your valued customers. Let's delve into how the TW3 reputation management system can transform your business. The key benefit of our system: we make it incredibly easy for your clients to leave positive reviews, boosting your business's online reputation. When a customer has a fantastic experience, their positive review is instantly published for the world to see, driving up your business's positive reviews. But what if a customer had a negative experience? No worries. Our system ensures that the negative review is sent directly to you, the business owner, first. This gives you the opportunity to address the issue with your customer before a negative review is published, preventing potential damage to your online reputation. By having a way to instantly publish positive reviews and capture and address negative reviews, the TW3 reputation management system helps your business not only maintain but increase its review score. And here's the kicker: consistently published reviews don't just affect your reputation, but they also have a profound impact on your SEO score. Higher SEO scores mean more visibility for your business online, and that translates to increased traffic and more potential customers. So whether you're a small local business or a large corporation, the TW3 reputation management system is your secret weapon to success. Join countless businesses who are already reaping the benefits of this innovative solution. Don't wait any longer. Boost your online reputation, improve your review score, and skyrocket your business with the TW3 reputation management system. Contact us today and let us help you take control of your online presence and reputation. TW3, your reputation is our mission.
The year is 2005. I had just been asked to go to a friend's house for his birthday, and I had gone over, and he had a bunch of friends around the table, and they were playing this new game. And all of them seemed very, very enthusiastic about this little game that they were playing, where they had these little cards, and they would share them, and they would trade them, and then you could do like a little fighting mode where you take your cards and you battle it out with other people. And I thought the game was super cool, mostly because my friends were into it, and I wasn't really a card game guy, but I thought it seemed interesting. So I went back to my parents, and I asked them, hey, can you take me to the store? I'd love to try this new game. And they asked what the game was, and I said, it's something called Pokémon. And at the time, they told me, yeah, we'll look into it. Wait about a week. And then my dad told me, yeah, we don't really know much about it. We don't want to buy that. We don't know if it's appropriate for someone your age. And over time, I've given my parents a hard time because even to this day, fast forwarding to 2023, it's still, to this day, a very, very popular item that people my age, 25 and up, still collect, talk about, and there's a sense of nostalgia in my age range. And I know you're probably thinking, what in the world does this have to do with anything I'm listening today? But I promise, give it time, or there's more to this than what I'm sharing. But Dad asked me to record an intro, and I figured I would let him know, hey, I'm still holding this grudge. It hasn't gone away.
Welcome to TerryWilson3.com, home of TW3. Are you ready to take your money, business, and life to the next level? You are worth more, and you're about to hear how and why. So buckle up and listen up as we journey to the next level. Please welcome your guides to reach your goals, the TW3 family.
You're listening to TerryWilson3.com. TerryWilson3.com. Inspiring, informative, and entertaining content for the entrepreneur and small business owner.
Hey, do you think Reagan is still carrying a little bit of axe to grind there? Anyway, hey, I told him when we were younger raising him, we were new parents. No one gave us a guide on how to do this. So if we didn't understand something, didn't know what it was about, then the easiest way to handle it was to say no. And so I'm sorry, Reagan, that you weren't able to do more with getting involved with Pokemon and other things that you wanted to. But nevertheless, today, I've got a wonderful conversation with you that we're going to go in multiple directions, but I want to give you a little context to the conversation we're having. I've been with a particular software as a service platform for about 4 years now, and they're very new. Matter of fact, I think they're only 4.5, 5 years. And up until that point, we were using WordPress as our platform and then using various plugins to offer the various services that we needed. to provide our clients, our members, and for our own purposes in our business. When this SaaS came on, software as a service platform came on, we at the time they made us an offer. Made me an offer I could not refuse. And knowing one of the folks inside there that I have a lot of confidence in because he's done other work for me, we jumped on, and then years later, I was in a meeting trying to work out some things in our platform and the program that we're working in, and I met this gentleman, and we hit it off immediately. And then the people inside the room with us says, "Hey, I feel like I'm listening to a podcast or a radio station with you two going back and forth," and it just sort of sparked an idea. Said, "Hey, I need to have you on the show sometime." This was back in November, and so we just now was able to make time to connect here in January. But he's a wonderful gentleman. But for my audience, and so for the purposes of this audience here, I want you to know, listen to the attitude of this entrepreneur. Okay, while he works for a big corporation and he's doing a lot of support inside of a large organization, in helping account executives like myself, he's also got a side thing that he's really excited about, and that's what we're promoting. And he's had this journey, and you're going to hear his journey, and you're going to hear how, there were failures along the way, but never did he quit, or never did he give up. Never did he just sort of shrug his shoulders and say, well, maybe, it's for someone else, but it's not for me. No, he's still in it to win it. And he's going to make 2024 his stellar year. And so I'm excited to hear his story and share that story with you, because at the end of the day, success, as we say in the conversation a little later, success is nothing more than making that one last try, that next try, trying one more time. That's all you got to do. Just try one more time. And eventually you're going to outlive the forces against you, the irritations, the things, the obstacles that you've had. You're going to learn how to navigate that, get around it, find a solution for it, do something, but you're going to be able to solve the problem you're working with so that you can take your money, business, and life to the next level. And that's what it's all about. And that's why I love sharing conversations like this. So without further ado, let's get into that conversation right now. So I'm honored to have you on the podcast today, Eddie.
Thank you so much for having me, Terry. Yeah, it was really cool meeting you that day, and we hit it off. And yeah, I'm happy to be here, 100%.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you could give the guys a little bit of a rundown of what your day-to-day is. What is it that you're in? What is it that you're doing? And we'll go from there.
Yeah, for sure. So I wear a lot of hats. That's one thing for sure. Right now, I'm actually working on launching a retail business, selling Pokémon cards, Japanese booster boxes specifically. And I make music. And those are kind of like the two things that that I've been doing for a while now. Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So you're launching a business and you're doing it with something that you're passionate about, which is really, really cool. Yeah. And so how do you plan on getting it out in front of the people that need, want, desire, and could afford it?
Yeah. So I'm taking a lot of steps right now. We're like literally getting infrastructure stuff set up. I just met up with a couple distributors from Japan this is honestly the scariest part of it, because you're hopefully not going to get scammed out of thousands of dollars. So I'm taking a risk, but you know what? You got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes. And I'm putting all my chips in. So we're setting up infrastructure, getting the website built. The biggest thing that I'm going to be using to get this in front of people is just, ads. I'm setting up not only a local business, but an online business as well, because I really want to do cool things here. I live in Orlando, Florida. So I want to do cool things like pop-up shops and just kind of do stuff that normal card distributors don't do. Yeah. So we're looking into different avenues. Like I said, I'm setting up a local and an online business at the same time. So, yeah, it's going to be like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, just running ads and things like that. And I stream on Twitch. Okay. So a lot of Twitch streaming, and then I'm going to actually move probably into Kick, which is a little, risque, but yeah, Twitch has too many rules when it comes to like card openings and stuff like that. And I'm a business and I want to make money, and Kick looks like it's going to be a better avenue than Twitch, but I'm going to keep it on Twitch now and then. Yeah, so those are like main ways that I'm going to be promoting the business 100%.
Nice. Well, that's exciting. Have you done anything like this before in the past as far as ventures like this?
No. So that's the cool thing, is that this is the first. So I've always been into garage selling. Like, you know, you go and garage sale. I'm a super nerd when it comes to pop culture and nostalgia things.
Yeah.
I grew up like playing Pokemon as a kid, as like, you know, going to this awesome place out here that just recently closed down and it broke my heart, called Sci-Fi City. No plug, no promotion or anything to them, but it was just a cool place where you can go and like play the trading card game. And I'm just really good at just finding deals and selling stuff. So I have like this gift of gab to like just talk people into like buying things from me. So I literally, this idea came into fruition like 5 days ago. Wow. I've been trying to start my Pokemon collection from scratch, because I had, you know, that everybody knows what a Charizard card is, right?
Yeah.
There's a specific Charizard card that's a shadowless first edition Charizard. I had this card in my collection. I ended up giving away my entire childhood collection to my younger brother, and he destroyed all the cards. So that card that would have been worth about $250,000 to $400,000 now is probably worth like a couple bucks, because it's just destroyed, right?
Oh my word.
So a new set came out, the 151 SV set, and it's literally the original, because there's like 1,000 Pokemon now. I can't even name them all, but the original nostalgic like set that I collected as a kid came back out, and they're worth a lot of money. So I started collecting the cards and finding like individual sellers, and I was like, dude, there has to be a business here.
Yeah.
Like, because if I'm looking for this stuff, there's got to be hundreds and hundreds of people looking for this stuff too. Yeah. So I did some more research, and that's what led us into starting this business. And it's really me. My girlfriend helps me out. Like, she does all the bookkeeping stuff, because that's what she's good at. She's a project manager by nature.
Yeah.
I'm really more of a creative than I am like the business guy.
Right.
So with us two together, we're like two superpowers. We're like the Wonder Twins. So like, awesome. It made sense. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome that you've got a partner there that can just sort of supplement where you're not wanting to go in the business. That's awesome. That's what I use my kids for.
Yeah.
You handle ticket support, because I don't want to deal, with all of the tech questions. I can't find my password, all that nonsense. And it's like,
nope, that's on you. Yeah.
Please handle this for me.
So yeah, that's kind of how we got it worked out. We both work great jobs and we have no responsibilities as far as kids or like debt or anything like that. So we're starting the business off with zero debt, zero like overhead or anything crazy. There's not really a lot of overhead in the business either, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So it just made perfect sense. The stars kind of aligned, and yeah, we're making it happen. Yeah, because my other business venture was music, and like that takes a lot of money and time, and it's not guaranteed.
That's true.
So that's kind of turned into a hobby now, and I'm like just focused on getting this business off of the ground in the next couple of weeks. Yeah.
When I launched my music business back in 2001, years ago, when I started ASAF Music, the guy I'd worked for his family-owned company that had started like in 75, and it was a huge outfit here in the Southeast. And he says, do you want to know the secret to making $1 million in the music business? Because he was blessing me. I didn't leave under bad terms or anything like that. And he was excited that one of his employees was going to go out and start their own thing. Yeah, so it was a good, healthy relationship. I said, I would love to know how you make $1 million in the music business. He said, start with 2. He says, because you're going to lose the first million.
Yeah. It's because you got to think in owning a music store, I can imagine, first of all, product, right? And music gear is not cheap.
Inventory, yes.
Yeah, inventory is ridiculous. So like your expenses are probably already through the roof, and you're kind of like, well, now I got to move all this product. And I'm sure when you started, it was newspapers and mailers.
Was
and
magazines, and you had to compete with the Guitar Center, or not, it was
Sam Ash,
and all these big box companies that had their catalogs out. So it was tough. Margins were thin, inventory was high. And, eventually, I think there's a few big box companies still around, like Guitar Center, and there's a few down in Florida around you guys, isn't there still?
Yeah, we still have, the big box stores like Sam Ash and Guitar Center, but mostly and this is going to hurt your feelings, but I use reverb.com for vintage gear.
Well,
yeah. So, or like Sweetwater online, and then there's a new one actually, because this Christmas, I gifted myself and my girlfriend a brand new guitar and a brand new bass because I wanted to teach myself to play guitar.
Yeah.
And she wanted to learn how to play bass. So I used this awesome site called Z-Sounds, I think.
Yep, Z-Sounds. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they have the payment plans. And I was like, well, instead of me spending $700 on the guitar, let me just break it out into installments. So I have like a month of payments left and I'm done and over with it. But I mean, I guess that's the only debt we have. But do we call that debt, or is that like leisure fun?
No, that's cost of living.
Right. So I'm teaching myself guitar, and it was cool. Like, I do miss though, like, even when I go to Sam Ash, I miss going in and seeing all the gear there and being able to play with stuff. You go into Sam Ash and it's like a ghost town now. Like, it's just so depressing. Even the lighting is just depressing. Everything's all dark and like moody, and like, I don't know. It's just not the same experience of when I was a kid. Because I mean, I've been in music all my life. So since I was like 15, and realistically, even before that, I was a trumpet player in my band at school. So
nice.
I was going in. Oh, nice. Okay, so we're brass boys. Yeah. So I was playing trumpet all the way up through high school, and I had to go in Sam Ash all the time. And like, I remember it used to be so fun. Like, oh man, look at all the instruments, and like now you go in there and it's like, oh, this is where musicians come to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's a different vibe now. I mean, back in the day, I mean, I hate to sound like the old fuddy-duddy, but man, music stores back in the day felt like Cheers. You know, you walked into the bar and you saw everybody you knew, and they were gigging here and they were gigging here and they were recording this, and you were all sharing war stories and then oodling over the latest, greatest technology or guitar or whatever. And it doesn't have that anymore.
The wonder is gone. I know we had a conversation previous to the recording, but it's just like, it used to be so cool to be a musician, and now it's just like, I don't know. I came from like, I've been in the digital audio workstation. I know we're kind of getting off of the beaten path a little bit. Okay. I've been in like, okay. So I've been in like the digital audio like field. I mean, since I started like really producing music in the box, right? But like, you still had to have like analog gear, especially when you were recording, right? Because like, M boxes back in the day, they were powerful, but it wasn't as cool as having like a Control 24, like some kind of big, like, mixing console, right? Like an SSL board or a Neve board, something cool, right? So nowadays, though, like, the life is gone in like music. It's even creating it. It's just like you're programming. It's not really like you're creating anymore.
Yeah, it's almost like you're curating algorithms.
Yep.
You're not creating a groove. You're not creating a chord progression. You're not, you're just curating pre-made things. And it just sort of, and it's a little too perfect. I got to one of the sort of personal achievements I hang my hat on and said, hey, I did this. Was I got to interview on this podcast my musical hero, Bill Champlin of the group Chicago.
Whoa, that was my very first concert ever in my life, brother.
Was Chicago?
Was Chicago.
Love that group. Love that
group.
My
goodness. All right.
So I've got to know them over the years. I've got to know him, Tristan Bowden, the drummer, some of the horn players and all of that. So, but he was sort of like the guy that I always, cause he was so bluesy and R&B. I loved his style. And I was talking to him about, how is recording today versus recording back in the 70s and 80s when you guys made all those mega hits? And he's like, well, nowadays it's more you have to be a computer tech than a musician. He says in his language, they've stripped the bark right off the tree. Yeah. There's no more bark on the tree. It's just the tree there itself. And he says, so there's no character. He says, sometimes that little intonation that's a little out, that phrasing that's a little off, that rhythm that speeds up and slows down, the meter changes a bit. That's what gives that band and that groove. And you don't get that in a computerized system anymore.
Nope. Because everything's aligned to the grid, or even if you move it off the grid, it's still like it's weirdly still perfect. On. Yeah, it's still too perfect. Like, yeah, you're 100. That's why I picked up the guitar. I'm like, everything I do now, unfortunately, because of the space that I have here in my home, is in the box. So, it's just, I wanted to bring life back to the music that I was making. So I was like, let me pick up a guitar, especially coming from brass players. We're already like in treble clef, and like, I know what intonation sounds like and how to stay in tune and stuff. So I'll figure out how to pluck. And I taught myself, like, my girlfriend was like, dude, in like 3 days that you've had this thing, like, I already recorded a whole song and everything.
That's awesome.
And she's like, that's amazing. And I can't read the music yet, but I wanted to bring back something like something human,
something
back to
real.
Yeah.
Because you're like me, you're around computers, technology, software all day long, and God love it, and I thank God for it, and I love AI. Man, it has made my life so much easier in so many different ways. But there's a part of me that's always longing for real humanity and imperfection.
Yep.
So anyhow. Well,
yeah, like, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I was gonna say that that's why my favorite musical group, and of course, like, this is my time, is Daft Punk. And the reason why is because even through their entire like mission statement of being robots that make human music, like, they are like the bar that I want to hit on my music, where it's like they were using like Moog stuff, they were using like, a bunch of electronic stuff, but it sounded human. And it just, I don't know. Hopefully one day I'll get there.
In it. Well, and that's a nice segue into, some of the things we play with daily is our software and our systems and stuff. And you're like me, you work with a lot of people that are in business and they're using various software components to do business. And the biggest challenge I see some of my guys, and you tell me what you see on your end, is yes, all of these AI and software components that we manage our business in and manage content and manage communication, it's great. But if you don't put yourself in there and your human element in there, and you're just trying to be so formulative, and you're sort of pulling this script from AYZ company and using this, and it gets so homogenized that it loses its effectiveness to me in the market that you're trying to call on. And so all of a sudden it's a problem with the software or the technology, when it really is just the message and putting yourself in that message and cultivating a message that works for you. So what do you see?
So I think AI is a blessing and a curse. And I mean, for all of us older guys that have seen Terminator, Judgment Day, like, hopefully we don't get there. I think AI is a blessing and a curse. I mean, in my opinion, at least for my business, there has to be human touch, because people, how can I say? There's a lot of scammy stuff in the Pokémon world, unfortunately, and in the trading card world, period, right? So
inspiring, informative, and informational.
This is TTW3.
Unlock the power within you. Discover the untapped potential waiting to be unleashed. You Are Worth More isn't just a book. It's a transformative guide to understanding your unique value in today's ever-evolving marketplace. Visit youareworthmorebook.com and claim your free copy. Within these pages, you'll unravel the secrets to identify your distinct strengths, refine your skills, and ignite the passion to pursue your true worth. Life isn't just about survival. It's about thriving. This book is your roadmap to not only surviving, but excelling in a world that demands your best. About recognizing your potential, developing your talents, and finding the inspiration to chase after what truly matters to you. Let You Are Worth More be your companion on this journey. It's not just a book, it's a catalyst for change. Empower yourself, elevate your skills, and embrace the opportunities that await. Visit youareworthmorebook.com today and embark on the path to realizing your full potential. Your worth is far more than you might imagine. Claim your free copy now and begin your transformation.
Running a successful business requires effective customer management. Meet the CRM Ultimate by TW3, your all-in-one solution for customer relationship management. With the CRM Ultimate, businesses can effortlessly keep track of vital customer information. From names and contact numbers to emails and mailing addresses, everything you need is at your fingertips. Gone are the days of scattered information and missed opportunities. The CRM Ultimate helps you maintain a comprehensive customer database, ensuring that no detail is overlooked. That's all ours, but that's not all. Every interaction, whether it's a phone call, email, or text, is meticulously recorded in the CRM Ultimate system. Stay informed about your customer's journey and tailor your approach accordingly. Now, imagine having the power of artificial intelligence at your fingertips. With the CRM Ultimate's advanced AI technology, you can go beyond basic data management. The AI system within CRM Ultimate can generate emails, texts, and even conversations, streamlining your communication process. It's like having a team of 4 dedicated employees working around the clock to communicate, correspond, and support your customers. Having the CRM Ultimate isn't just a software solution. It's like expanding your team without the additional overhead. Your business will be equipped to provide exceptional customer service 24/7. Elevate your customer relationship management with CRM Ultimate by TW3. Streamline your processes, enhance customer satisfaction, and watch your business thrive. TW3. Your success is our success.
I don't want to integrate AI for that. The way that I use it is more like back-end stuff. Like if I needed to figure out how to write a policy privacy for my pages or like scheduling stuff, I don't know. Like I really, with my business, I'm going to stay away from the AI as much as possible, maybe just for copywriting or, I don't know, posting, like coming up with post ideas for Instagram. But like, as far as communicating with my customers, that's going to be on a personal like basis. Like, yeah, I can't, it's just, they'll know. Yeah, they'll know. But I mean, for everybody else, I mean, for specific businesses, it makes sense. Like, I don't know, for example, stuff that I've seen with like doctors' offices and people setting up appointments. And then instead of having a receptionist, you have an AI system like responding back to customers. 100% makes sense. Yeah. You're a restaurant, you have like an ordering service that's like automated. That makes sense. But I guess it all depends on the business, in my opinion, because at least for mine, I need to have a human touch with my customers. 100%.
Sure. Well, I think that's the $1 million formula is when to automate and when to actually personally engage. And being sophisticated with that.
Yeah, you got to be. Again, I love the technology, and really, what it feels like is, I mean, I'm sure you remember the .com boom, right?
Yes.
Back in like the middle to late 90s, early 2000s. Like that's what it feels like, and honestly, there's a lot of cool things that people are doing with AI, and I applaud them. Again, I just really feel like it's business specific. Yeah. And like you said, the $1 million question is, when do I start automating, or what do I automate for, and what do I add the human touch to? Yeah. So I agree with that. 100%.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you're working in software and you're launching, you're an entrepreneur, so you're launching this business. And by the way, I didn't give out your website, and I need to. It's Poke, P-O-K-E-N, the letter N, rave.com, pokeandrave.com. You can check Eddy out over there and see what he's got going on over there with his business. But you're an entrepreneur, you're working in the software SaaS world, And I think before you were where you're at now, you were with some previous companies as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
so
correct.
You've been in this world. So give me a little bit of the biography. What got you here, and all of that.
Yeah, so we can actually start even before the software stuff. So I've always been a technology kid. I think I got in trouble one time as a kid. My sister had a Gateway computer that was just, remember Gateway back in the day? Yeah.
With the cows on the box.
Yeah, with the cows on the boxes. Yep. So
I had one.
At like the age of like 9 or 10 years old, I wanted to learn how things worked, and I used to rip apart everything. I'm talking about the radios, the blenders. I took apart a whole computer and put little labels on what things were. And this before YouTube, before really at the beginning of the internet, right?
Yeah.
So I've always been a technology kid, and actually after that, I've been a musician since I was a child as well. When I got out of high school, I wanted to do music full time, right? I was like, I understand how to make like beats. I was really into hip hop music at the time. It's like, oh, I want to make beats. I want to like sell beats. I want to get into the industry. And for literally I want to say maybe like 9 years, from the ages of 17 to maybe around like 24, honestly, I was in it, just in it. I got my first song played on the radio.
Nice.
That I produced when I was about like 18 years old. I started working with some big name artists. There's some rappers from New York, Red Cafe, which was really big. Fred the Godson, which he just passed away during COVID time, but a lot of like really big guys at the time. Jadakiss, if a lot of people are familiar with Jadakiss, I've done some stuff with him. I was just focused, and here's the problem here's where things derailed, right? When you're young, today's age or today's group of people, I think are the youngsters are a little smarter than we were when we were kids. When we're like, we're gonna go into this dream. I don't care if I have $1 or $1 million in my pocket. I'm going for broke. Right?
That's right.
And that's what I did. I went for broke. I'm talking about, dude, I was homeless for a point in time.
Wow.
That's how crazy I went into like this dream of trying to achieve like greatness. And fast forward, I ended up landing a deal with Sony for a stint. It literally lasted for like a few months because I went through this like adulting phase where it's like, this isn't working out. You're realizing that it's not working out. All the people around you are like growing into these massive stars, right? And you're just sitting back like, what am I doing wrong? And I literally helped all these people from zero, right? And then you start realizing that maybe it's not them, it might be you, and you need to start pivoting and figuring out how to straighten the path out, right? So I continued making music. I stopped making hip hop music and started making EDM music. And then I started transitioning that more into a hobby. And then I became a chef, right?
Okay.
During this stint, I'm kind of leaving out gaps, but I was working at Hooters. That was like my first cooking job. I went at Hooters starting off as a line cook there.
I was about to say, you don't look like a waitress that would work.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not. I don't think I could fit in the outfit. At least I would, but like things would be popping out everywhere, you know? So I was there. I made it from line cook all the way up to assistant kitchen manager. And then from there, I wanted to transition into a more like culinary role. So I went to like an American like steakhouse that's here in Orlando. I worked there starting off as a line cook because I wanted less responsibility than I had to deal with before. But I was getting paid roughly the same that I was as an AKM at Hooters. So I was like, all right, makes sense. In 6 months, brother, of me being there, they promoted me to assistant kitchen manager again. So I got more money. I was happy, but then the work-life balance of being in a kitchen environment, you're there slaving. I mean, if people are calling out, you're there working 13, 14-hour shifts sometimes. Like, it's ridiculous, right? I was like, you know what? I was there for maybe like a year to 2 years, and I was like, man, I want something else, right? I want something better. Of course, we're always striving for greatness. So I was like, I want to get into like a real like culinary, like 5-star, like, restaurant, right? So I found a restaurant. They hired me, right? Granted, I had barely any knife skills. Like, I can cook, and like I was a good line cook. You can teach me things, but I had no skills, like knife skills or anything like that. So they're like, here, in the culinary world, there's something called a stage, where you come in and they try you out for a day and see how you do, and then from there they'll offer you a position. So I staged there for literally 3 days, and they saw that I didn't have knife skills, but I was able to hang with the rest of the line. 6 months of me being at that restaurant, they promoted me to sous chef.
Wow.
So I sous chef there for many years, and then I got burned out. I got to the point where I was like, I'm working literally like 60, 70 hours every week, something crazy like that. And I was like, I need something better. It was messing up my work-life balance with like my relationship with my girlfriend at the time. And I was like, oh, I can't do it anymore. Like, I just want to do something for myself. So I started taking my certification classes for like my CompTIA certs and stuff. I was like, let me get certified. I want a desk job, and let's just go from there. So I ended up landing a job at Asurion. If you're in the United States, Asurion is where all of your phone insurance comes from. I was there for a few months, got promoted to a trainer. As you can see, like, people instantly just see the potential and like, you know what, let's get this guy from where he's at and let's put him into a good role. So I was a trainer there for a while, for up to a year. And then I transitioned from there to the position that I'm at now. I work for a company that I'm not going to disclose, but I am in the software as a service industry, and I'm loving it there. I am like ecstatic. This is like a new company. It's only been around for like 5 years, and I'm already working my way up the totem pole there. And aside from that, I'm still making my music. I have a project that I've been working on for 2 years now, that's finally going to release this year, and then opening up my Pokémon business. So yeah, it's just work life, music, and Pokémon right now.
That's awesome. What a story, man. What a story. Well, I know there's NDAs that we can't cross and all that, but you've helped me and worked with me on some things, and you've always, the time I've got to work with you, it's just been awesome. I mean, it was just like solved. Snap. Yeah. And so I appreciate your help.
Anytime.
Absolutely. So that's awesome. So I do like the fact that you have continued from day one, pursued your passions, whether it been music or what style of music or what vein of music, and now into Pokemon. So that's, I don't think that should be a generational thing. Maybe we should do it a little bit different. Maybe we shouldn't throw everything on red, hedge your bets maybe a little bit, but I'm guilty. And I think it's our generation. We came up in a time where, we just didn't want to work for the man. We wanted to be the man. And so we,
and it's been like that for a while now for me. It's like, we're smart, right? And we know what we're capable of, and we hear it from everybody around us all the time. I think the difference between successful and unsuccessful people is not listening to that voice in your head that's telling you to risk it all, right?
Yeah.
If we, close that voice out, you're never gonna know, right? Like, if you don't try it, like, you're never gonna know whether you're gonna win or fail. And brother, I have failed so much in my life, like, so much, and I learned from every experience, every single one. And I cherish those failed moments, because if it wasn't for that, when eventually, guys, I'm not at the super successful point yet. I'm going to get there in my life, but eventually when I do get to that point, it's going to be all worth it. I'm going to look back and be like, every road bump that I went through brought me to this place that I am now, and the ride was 100% worth it all the way.
So don't go anywhere. Terry and his team are just getting warmed up. We need to take a brief break, but we'll be back to continue the conversation. Remember, if you have any questions, you can call or text us. Our number is 864-507-9696. Again, that is 864-507-9696. Be right back.
Welcome, fellow leaders. entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Today, I invite you to step into a world where greatness is not just a goal, but a collective reality. Introducing the Elite Mastermind Group by TW3, a sanctuary for those seeking not just success, but exponential growth. It's more than a group. It's a synergy of minds, a convergence of aspirations, and a breeding ground for extraordinary accomplishments. You'll learn not only from experts, but from the stories of those beside you, fellow trailblazers who weathered storms and conquered obstacles, enriching your own journey. Imagine being surrounded by a league of highly motivated business owners and entrepreneurs, each driven by the same passion for success, propelling each other towards greatness. Embrace the power of networking, the art of learning, and the joy of sharing your value. It's not just about what you gain, but what you contribute. Dare to be exceptional. Dare to be part of the elite. Don't just dream of success. Surround yourself with those who are already living it. Join the Elite Mastermind Group by TW3. Elevate your success. Elevate your life.
Inspiring, informative, and informational.
This is TTW3.
So, I'm hopeful, for the future and where I end up landing.
Well, it just sounds like you've got all the tools, all the experience, everything. And so, and for such a time as this is the time that something's going to happen. And I love it. There's a cliche or something I've heard on a t-shirt or one of these motivational speakers at one time. It said, the difference between success and failure is the guy that tried one more time. The guy that just did it one more time, because, it's just, you never know that next venture, that next, goal you pursue, that business that you start, that will be the one.
Yep. And the margins, by the way, are ridiculous. I mean, for a trading card reseller, I'm looking at between like 20 and 30% margins, which isn't that horrible. But yeah, I mean, I'm so like, look, I have like literally like $5,000 that I'm throwing into this business. It's literally half of the money that we have saved up right now, and I'm going in. That's awesome. I'm not looking back. My partner's on board. We crunched all the numbers, made sure everything made sense. So like, hopefully we have a conversation within like 2 months from now, and I can literally break down numbers and show you how good we're doing.
Nice.
From this point on.
Well, I would love to come back. Have you launched an affiliate program yet?
Not yet. I plan on doing it.
Okay. Well, but if you do, circle back, because I've got a few people in our little network that loves to sell things. And make a commission off of it. So
yeah, I got to figure it out. Like I said, the margins are good. They're not great yet. Once I find distributors that I can get bulk for like lower pricing, that's when I'll definitely
margin. Yeah,
exactly, to play with. I'll definitely like figure out an affiliate program. What I would love to do is, I know it's gonna sound cliche, like I don't want to be a guru, but I would love to document my journey, which I'm doing right now, and then show people the right and wrong ways to do things in this industry. And I mean, it can apply to any other business, but I'm documenting everything now so that I have something that I can possibly sell a course for. Possibly, we'll see how that goes. Or like do some kind of Patreon thing or something like that where they could follow along. And I just haven't. Again, we're in the infrastructure stage. I'm the creative, so I'm already thinking ahead, right? So once I get everything solid and ready to go, then I'm gonna explore all of those different avenues and stuff for sure.
Yeah, us creatives can tend to drown in opportunity.
We go down these what I call the black holes. You know?
What's that old card? Squirrel.
Right. Squirrel. Yeah.
Well, Eddie, much success to you, and thank you so much for being on with us today.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Terry. Yeah, hopefully in 3 months you'll have me back, and I'll be able to cover more of the success story.
Count on it. Well, that's Eddy Then, and he's over at pokenrave.com. That's POKE, the letter N, rave, RAVE.com. Check him out. If you're into Pokemon, that's definitely the place you want to go and get your Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
trading
we're
cards.
gonna have all of the cool Japanese sets before they release, so definitely, contact us if you need anything specially ordered. We can take care of that too, and we sell singles as well. So single cards, we have a big, wide range of them. So definitely check out our site whenever you guys get a chance, for sure.
So we hope you've got a lot out of the content today. Please take a few minutes to give us a 5-star positive review at terrywilson3.com/review. This helps us promote our content and continue to reach more and more people. Again, thanks for being part of the TW3 community here at terrywilson3.com. Please like and share our content, and we will see you soon.
So if you're still cold calling or pestering your friends and family online, then please stop. Why, you ask? Well, because you don't have to anymore, you dope. My friends at terrywilson3.com have over 200 million leads. That's right. Over 220 million leads that are saying, please, mister, please sell me something. So the next time you need leads, have Terry's team get you a list of leads that actually want and could afford your products or service. Go to terrywilson3.com/lead list now and get over 1,000 leads for less than $70. That is crazy. Over 1,000 leads for under $70, but you have to act. Go to terrywilson3.com/lead list and get a list of leads that actually would want to buy your Shake product.
Attention all small business owners. Are you looking to expand your reach and grow your customer base? Look no further than having a website and blog for your business. With a website and blog, you can increase your visibility, cost-effectively market your products or services, and build trust and credibility with potential customers. A blog is also a great way to engage with your customers and build a community around your brand. And the best part? You can access all this valuable information 24/7. Don't get left behind. Give your business the competitive edge it needs and create a website and blog today.
You can get a professional website hosted with all the software you need for as little as $10 a month by going to terrywilson3.com/hosting. That's terrywilson3.com/hosting.